play it. Take it down and mic.
If you ever had a job internship, you know how valuable the experience is to learn work skills on site. It can also give you the chance to explore whether a career you're leaning toward is the right fit for you.
That's exactly the type of opportunity Project Search provides for students with disabilities. Here to tell us more about how Project Search works are Program Coordinator Angie Mulder and Program Graduate Caleb Kaufman. Welcome and congratulations, Caleb.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it to be here.
Thank you.
And it's an honor.
Yeah, thank you. So Angie, first just start off by telling us what Project Search is.
Project Search is a program. It's a partnership between Teachable Solutions, Avera McKinnon Hospital, and the South Dakota Department of Vocational Rehabilitation. And what we do is we help really cool people get jobs.
I love it. But so this is a partnership between three great organizations, but
Correct.
how did you come together and decide that, hey, this is something that we need to offer here in our community?
So Project Search is in its 9th year at Avera, and 10 years ago, well probably 11, 12 years ago, school districts came to Teachable Solutions, which was East Dakota Co-op at the time, and heard of Project Search, which was started in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
And they explored that option. There were other people involved, and that's how Project Search was born.
Okay. And what got you involved with Project Search?
I'm a special ed teacher, and so I was teaching in a high school, saw this opportunity, applied for it, and here I am 8-9 years later.
And when we spoke briefly in the back, you said you had brought one of your favorite success stories with you. What's Caleb's story?
I've been in Project Search for basically 3 years. I had to go to Teach Well for 2 years, and Project Search was my last year, and that's when I graduated, and I think it is like 2018. 16, thank you. Project Search was like a huge thing for me, which is fantastic that I was there. If I wasn't there, I would not be working at Avera at this time. Because it's basically a program for adults with disabilities. I have autism/Asperger's. And it helped me a lot how to teach me to be a bit more independent and how to find good jobs that can, like, for me to learn. I would like to expand my brain more to, like, what kind of other jobs are out there for me. And that can actually help other adults or students with disabilities to find stuff like this.
Okay, so walk me through a day when you were in your internship. Just walk me through a day and what you did.
Once I started Project Search, they told us what it was about, and they told us we get 3 rotations. Basically, areas where you can learn if you get hired at that area. My first rotation is working with chaplains, where we learn about things changed here in the hospital, and we pray when we tend to go to lunch, and then after that, we
go to lunch. Oh, Jesse. You find that
we check to see what's on the daily lineup, and then we see if we missed any details or something. After that, we go back to our classroom, see if we have any extra work, and then we go to these little boxes called 5-star care cards for our extra jobs, and we just bring them back to Angie and see what was on the daily lineup after that. Then we just finish up our class, and then it's basically like a normal school hour day. And then my next rotation, which our rotations last for
Approximately 3 months.
possibly 3 months. My second rotation is with Prep and Pack, and basically that's in the basement where you get things like things that are contaminated, decontaminated, and ready for like surgery and stuff like that. And I had to like organize and all that stuff. And my like extra rotation was part of Prep and Pack is
Did he have a
food service. No, it was like
Kitchen?
no, it's not that. That's the third rotation. The extra rotation is basically with the one of their managers that gets stuff ready to deliver to I think like the area for to help patients, like when they need like Respiratory therapy, thank you. Respiratory therapy actually gets stuff ready for people that need stuff for their patients, like more pipes for like to get oxygen when they need it, or when they need more fluid through their body.
And did you happen to have a favorite rotation?
I liked all of them. But if I have to say, I would say chaplains, because I'm a Christian, and it helps me learn more about God, and I love that.
Interesting.
And that's how my dad brought me to this.
Got 2 minutes.
Okay, so Angie, going into this, and he said that it's 3 months long and you do different rotations. So why this time frame?
Hold still.
So Project Search, as Caleb was saying, the students, the participants, we call our students interns with Project Search. Our interns get 3 different rotations, so they get 3 different job experiences that last approximately 12 weeks.
Okay, that makes sense. So having an opportunity like this for adults with disabilities, how does this help them get into the real world? Getting this opportunity and this experience.
The goal of Project Search is a job, full-time with benefits employment. Caleb right now is working as needed, PRN. Sometimes we work up to that. As I started in a high school job and eventually kind of came to what I went to college for was not what I'm in today. And that's kind of what Project Search is. You know, it's let's explore this, let's explore this, and let's explore this, and let's see what fits best. When they come to me, we set up probably the first rotation, you know, and that would be about this time frame. You apply for Project Search, you do an interview, and then we select our 12 students or 12 interns in approximately March of the year, and then we decide from there with some visitation and such with other former teachers, with the student, with the parents. We'll come up with that first rotation, but after that, you know, when they come to me in August, we follow the school year, we do this rotation, and then based on what their interests are, we figure out what the second and third rotation might be. The really good thing about Project Search is that what I have seen is somebody will come to me and say, I want to work food service, or I would like to work housekeeping, or I would like to work this, I would like to work that. And most of them come back and say, I hate this, you know, and that's good.
But they get to try it.
They get to try it. And then we continue that then, because everybody learns from a bad experience.
Right. Well, this sounds like such a great opportunity, so thank you both so much for coming in and sharing this.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Do you know someone who would make a great candidate for Project Search? You can find the registration form or learn more about the program by visiting teachwell.org. You can also call Angie at 605-322-5071.
Still ahead, we'll continue our tradition of caring show by introducing you to a group that's been supporting victims of domestic violence and sexual assault in northeastern South Dakota for more than 40 years. Stay with us.